Getting out of debt is not a math problem. It's a discipline problem. And I'm about to show you why. Okay? The question is not which one's going to save you more money. The question is really which one you'll actually finish. And what I'm talking about is there's two options for getting out of debt. The first one is, do you want to pay the highest interest rate first? Or do you want to do option two, pay the lowest balance first? And I talk about that in my book, How to Get Off the Financial Tightrope. And if you're interested in this, it's in the description below. The link is. Okay? So people get all excited. They start one of the options, right? And then people quit. Why? It wasn't a math failure. It was a discipline failure. Okay? But here's how to pick one option that you'll actually stick with. And we're not going to skip this. You know why? Because you're going to understand why you don't want to skip it. So before you pick a debt option, there's a step almost nobody does. You want to call your lenders first, but you want to keep this as a habit for all your debts because you want to start saving money first. So remember, when you want to save money, the first thing you want to do to start getting out of debt is not, well, let me start paying this and let me start paying that. Call your debtors. See if you can save some money on interest. Pick up your phone, okay? Excuse me, the camera moved there. Pick up your phone, all right? And then from there, the conversation takes 2 minutes. I have the script right here in the book. There's a script that I have already. But basically, it goes like this. Hello, my name is James. I'm requesting that you lower my current interest rate on whatever ABC card. I've been a great customer and I pay on time all the time, every single month. And guess what? Just listen. If they say yes, we will lower your interest rate. Guess what, folks? You just saved money without even earning another dollar. Okay? That's some good stuff. And then if they say no, call again, try again in 3 to 6 months. Okay? Just please make sure you're paying your bills on time. Because if you're not paying your bills on time and you call these people, you're going to get the attention of them and they go, well, where's our money? Why haven't you done this? So what it calls all types of havoc. Try your best to pay your bills on time and not one day late. Please do your best to do that. So, anyway, getting back to this, to save some money, you know what my grandmother used to say? All right. My grandmother was born in the 1920s. She used to say, a penny saved is a penny earned. How many of y'all have heard of that? But you know what I say? Because nowadays it's not just a penny, it's any money that's saved, not going towards a lender's pocket, is more money in my pocket. And that's exactly the type of attitude you want to have. So do this first, call your lenders, and then pick the best option you want to do. You want to get out of debt and the high interest rate first? Or do you want to get out of debt in the lower balance first? Which one you want to do? And we're going to talk about that right here in a minute. All right. So we're going to go over option two. And in the book, I'm going to share it with you right now in the book. And it starts on page 33. And that's called day 3. Okay. It's called Watch Out, It's a Debt Attack. And it starts all right there. You start reading this and you're like, oh, okay. And the script is right in there, so on and so forth. And guess what? Getting out of debt is not that hard. It just takes discipline. So there's a really cool option in here, all right, with the credit cards on how to get out of debt that breaks down basically 3 credit cards, 1 car loan, and 1 personal loan. And you want to write all your debts out, by the way. You write all this stuff down because we're going to start snowballing this, okay? So let's get to the point. Jack has 3 credit cards. All right, he has three. I'm sorry, yeah. Jack has 3 credit cards. He also has a car loan, a personal loan, and the smallest balance that he has on all of these is $600. So this would be option two. It basically says kill the $600 debt first. Kill the lowest balance first, and you keep making minimum payments on everything else. So when the $600 is gone, the $600 balance is gone, take that payment and roll into the next smallest payment. So take a paper and pen or on your computer, your Word document or your Excel, whatever, write down all your debts. Cross off the smallest. Then you would circle the next one when it's paid off. And here's an example of this. Let's say that $600, the $600 balance, The minimum payment on that is $30 a month. So then what Jack does is he takes the $30 minimum payment, okay, and then he increases it by another $30. So he's basically doubled his payment. He starts paying that off and he makes minimum payments on all the others as well. All the payments that he makes, he's still making all his payments on everything else. So he's keeping good credit, okay? You always want to make payments. If you get in debt, be responsible, pay it off. Do your best to take it off, pay it off. It might take you years, pay it off. These folks out there, these companies, did lend you some money, so you got in debt. It's your responsibility to pay it off. I know a lot of folks are like, oh, my student loan debt, I want to get out of debt because it's this and that. Well, you got into student loan debt to begin with. I'm not picking on some of y'all. But hey, why not pay it off? I got to pay my student loan debt. Okay? I don't have like options of, oh, I just write it off and it's cool. No, if I got in debt, I made that choice. I got to pay it off. That's the way it is. It's like a mortgage. I'm expecting a free mortgage. Like, come on, man. No way. Anyway, so I'm not picking on y'all. I'm just saying, have the attitude of if you get in debt, you must pay it off. Have that responsible attitude, because that responsible attitude, well, guess what? You start learning about other areas of life, and God gives you more options to be responsible in other areas of life and starts blessing you in other areas. That's what I found out in my life. So anyway, so you have this debt. Jack, let's get back to this because kind of got off track. So you got this debt. It's $600 balance. Minimum payment's $30. Add another 30. Jack pays another 30. When that $600 balance is paid off, he takes that $60 and rolls it into the next balance, the lowest balance. And that next lowest balance might be $1,000. So $1,000 debt, he might say, let's say that payment is $50. So then minimum payment. So what he does is he takes that $60 that he was paying from before with that extra $600 balance, $30 minimum payment, $30 that he added, and he takes that extra $60 and he adds it onto the minimum payment of the next balance, which is $1,000. So now it takes 50 minimum payment from the current $1,000 balance plus the 60, which is, guess what, folks? That's $110, obviously. You take that, and then he keeps paying that off until that 1,000 is paid off, and then he takes that 110 and rolls it to the next balance. See how that works? So on and so forth to that next balance plus the minimal payment. So very simple. Like I said, all that information is in the book. It's giving you a great examples. And there's also an option that what I'm working on right now is a debt tracker sheet as well. That if you do the next option of how to get off the financial tightrope, there's a video in there, and there's also a sheet on how to do all this as well. It's digital download, so you'll get the book. If you want the book only, it's $19. Okay. If you want the next step, we're gonna get the debt tracker and all that fun stuff. You're already going to get the free tracker for budgeting, so that's already included on everywhere. And if you don't know where that video is, that's one of my first videos that I have on there. It's called free budgeting for beginners or something like that. It's been a while since I've created that video, so you can get a free budget tracker if you like on that with a video, by the way. That's free for y'all. Okay, it just requires you to sign up for email. And yes, of course, I'm going to be sending you extra information on the products I have, and it's up to you to buy them or not. It's great if you do. If you don't want to, hey, you know what? That's okay too. No forced sales here, all right? So anyway, so let's get to the next point, okay? That there was the lower balance first option. The next option is the highest rate first. So let's say there's a credit card that's 24%, a personal loan at 12%, a car loan's at 7%, okay? You attack the 24% debt first. 24% APR, I'm talking about annual percentage rate. Every dollar sent there saves the most interest. Mathematically, you pay less over time. So, for example, you want to write down all your stuff. What's the highest to the lowest interest rate? Okay, so right here in the book, all right, that has that example as well on page, where is it? Option 2. The time jacks the lower balance first. So that would be option 1. Okay, in the book is talking about that. You know, So what you would do in this example, for example, Jack decided to pay $100 more per month on this example, which would be per month to one. The minimum payments are still being made to the other debts, obviously. So he's paying $100 a month as well to the highest interest rate first, which in this case would be 24%. So let's say his highest interest rate credit card is $1,000. Okay, and it's at 24%, and his minimum payment is $50. So he's like, you know what? I got $100 sitting around. I want to knock this debt out. It's high interest rate. I want to put $100 more towards the payment. So he takes that $50 minimum payment. He takes that extra $100 that he's going to put towards that date. Now he's that debt. Now he's going to make a $150 payment per month until that 24% debt is gone. That $1,000 balance at 24% APR is gone. So that's $150. Boom. While he's still making his minimum payments to all his other debts, he's making that extra one payment, that extra $100 to this. That's the main debt he's focused on, but he's still making all his minimum payments to all his other stuff. Okay, keeping good credit. And then he goes, now that $1,000 balance is paid off at 24%. My next one is at 12%, which is at a personal loan, which I owe. Let's say that one is, I don't know, like $2,000. Okay, so his minimum payment on that one is at 12% would be like $75. Okay, so now that he's already taken his $50 from his last payment minimum, his credit card at 24%, plus his $100 that he's extra adding as well, which is 150. Now he's going to add that $150 to that next payment at 12% of $75. He owes $2,000 balance at 12% APR. So the minimum payment is $75 on that one. Now he's going to take that $150 that he just paid off his other credit card debt at 24%. That $1,000 balance is now gone. He takes $150 and applies that to the $75. That's $225 per month. Now that he's going to make that $225 payment while he's still paying off all the minimum on all his other debts. And then when he's done with that $2,000 balance at 12% APR, he's going to then look at his next loan, which is like the car loan at 7%. And then that 7%, he's going to take that $225 payment and start paying that off and pays all his minimum payments on all the other stuff. So you get it? But here's the thing. If your highest interest rate debt is also your biggest balance, you could be paying it on for months before you see progress. Remember this. Okay? It's no wins, it's just payments. So it takes time. It takes discipline. This takes resilience. It takes repetition to start seeing this. Because remember, this is not the smallest balance first where it's gone fast. This is the highest interest rate first. Things take time. Things take patience. You develop patience and understanding and wisdom through this whole process as well. Okay, so which one do you want to choose? You want to choose your lowest balance first, or do you want to choose your highest interest rate first? You choose. It's your choice. Discipline, resilience, repetition, habits. Remember that. So check it out. This is, remember what I was saying, this is in day 3 called Watch Out, It's a Debt Attack and How to Get Off the Financial Tightrope. Okay, so there's the $19 option, then the $49 option, which I'm still working on right now. That'll include the free budget tracker as well, the $49 option, this book, and videos with the free budget tracker. Will also include the debt tracker as well, getting out of debt, so on and so forth. And we're going to throw in some other surprises in there. We'll talk about what's going on in the economy and some other aspects of investing in there as well. It's not investment advice. It just goes over what options basically you may have for investing. So I just want to say, hey, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. There's also going to be a premium $99 one as well. If you want to get it, you'll get the book and everything in the options part. You'll get the book and all the options from the $49 package, so forth in the $99. But hey, anyway, please like, subscribe, and comment if you really like this video. I really appreciate your time. Please help to share these so more people can understand about debt, saving money, so on and so forth. Thank you so much. See you on the next video. God bless you.